So a lot of other people are talking about this in the zombies community right now, so I thought maybe there's a reason why, maybe it's important. Usually lots of things happen in COD and zombies people just like don't really talk about it because it's not relevant to us. But I'm noticing that that actually isn't happening this time. Hey there, dude, you have no skin. So no doubt you probably already know the basics of the whole H2 situation, so I'm not gonna waste your time and try to explain it to you. I just noticed this map has Vanguard guns. What are we doing putting Vanguard guns in Call of Duty, man? But obviously H2M is a remaster mod, and us zombies players, we love and adore remaster mods. These are our favorite ones. Everyone always gets hype over remaster mods and zombies. And so if a remaster mod is getting taken down, should we be concerned about that? I think that's something that we could maybe think about. Obviously the main way that zombies players play mods is probably Black Ops 3. It used to be World at War, but now it's Black Ops 3. And the mod tools in Black Ops 3 are official, right? They were given to us by Treyarch, so you're allowed to use them, right? But basically what it seems like is Black Ops 3 maps actually aren't really all that regulated. To help you understand what I mean here, I mean, if you've ever been on the Black Ops 3 workshop, you probably know that the workshop maps can be pretty unsavory, you know? There isn't really like a content filter or anything going on there. So for any reason, a map can be on there, right? It can be a remaster, it can be its own really weird and gross thing, it can be whatever it wants to be, right? And unless I just don't remember, Activision really just doesn't care. The best examples I have of these remasters are probably Call of the Dead and Nuketown. I'm sure you guys know about them. They're probably the two biggest remasters on the Steam Workshop right now, other than maybe Transit, but that's not necessarily done. But like Call of the Dead and Nuketown are out in full capacity. They are 100% remasters, and they've never been taken down. Nothing has ever happened. Nuketown has been out for years. Call of the Dead's been out for, maybe like 1 year now. And ironically, for the whole MW2R thing, H2M, I think that's what it's called, they reused assets from the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign that came out a few years ago. And it seems like Activision didn't like that, so they got, cease and desisted. But what's funny is that Zombies has done that, and Zombies has had those MW2R weapons for multiple years now. I mean, plenty of years. And nothing has ever happened there, so I think that's really interesting. And yeah, you can say maybe that's because Black Ops 3 mod tools, and they gave them to us, right? But when they gave us mod tools, the only tools that Treyarch technically gave us with mod tools was the assets for the Giant. Basically, if you don't know, when mod tools came out for Black Ops 3, all of the assets for the Giant were put in there, so that's why you would see a lot of Black Ops 3 custom maps that kind of look like the Giant. That's because those are the default assets you're given. Anyone else who wants to use these different assets, like in this case here, this map has guns from Call of Duty Vanguard. To do that, you have to go in and rip the guns from Vanguard itself. Activision has not, that was a door, I did not mean to buy that. Oop, I'm gonna die. Activision has not ordained that, right? That's not like something they were like, hey, you can go do that. Obviously, I'm not really brushed up on my copyright law, but I'm pretty sure that might be copyright infringement, what they're doing here. And obviously, nobody's making any money off of the BO3 workshop, except for, that one dude. The Transit Remastered guy. But we do know that they weren't making any money off of MW2 Remastered H2M either. So that's one of those things that's kind of really bizarre and weird. We do know that H2M was a client mod for Modern Warfare Remastered, so I think Activision shifted their focus towards client mods, right? And if we look at the events over the past year or so, it kind of does seem like that's the right answer. They don't like client mods anymore, because they shut down the BO3 client, the boy client. This poor dude just has a World at War poster in his hands. What? Okay. Oh, oh, it's a PPSH. Hey, wow, that's funny. I had no idea that was there. That's awesome. Anyway, but boy wasn't the only client to get shut down. We had, very famously, SM2 got shut down as well. One of the most notable things really is, Plutonium did not get shut down, which is awesome because, Plutonium is really important for modding zombies for Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 specifically. It's really important for those two. So it's safe to say that if you're a zombies player, you kind of have an interest in this because it's a potential topic that could encroach on your space to play these games and to play them how you want to. That is a really fast reload. Holy crap! One of the really interesting things about Plutonium is that I'm fairly certain when you download Plutonium, it auto-downloads DLC into your game that you didn't pay for. So that's definitely not allowed. Like, that is like prime time, you know, Activision would take that down, right? Like, I'm fairly certain right now, if you go and link your Black Ops on Steam to Plutonium, it will give you DLC even if you didn't pay for it. Let's grab an MP40. You can never go wrong with an MP40. I love this gun so much. This is like the dream World War II combo. MP40, PPSH, like, doesn't get better than that. Maybe MG42, maybe. Another thought I had is that maybe the games that get taken away, or the clients that get taken away, are for games that have COD points. Because if you think about it, right, there's no reason for Activision to take down like a World at War client, right? Because World at War doesn't have microtransactions. On PC, if you buy World at War, it comes with all the DLC for free. That's like a sponsorship they did with Intel. So there is no cost you could possibly sink into World at War other than buying the game for 20 bucks on Steam, right? But if you move over to Black Ops 3 or Modern Warfare Remastered, they have supply drops and COD points. So I was kind of thinking, you know, maybe it's the games with the COD points, because if you're using the client, you're not going to buy COD points. Because you can still buy COD points for these games. There's nothing that stops you from doing that. You know, you can buy Liquid Divinium, or you can buy crypto keys or keys for supply drops or whatever in Modern Warfare. So that was definitely one of my major thoughts here. Obviously, I don't have like any, you know, industry insider here to tell me that that's what's happening. I'm just guessing totally. The only flaw I have with that theory about COD points though is that SM2 was shut down. SM2 did not have any COD points in it you could buy, because SM2 was made on the Modern Warfare 2 engine. However, correct me if I'm wrong here, eventually they switched SM2 to be on the MWR engine, right? And MWR has COD points, and then it got shut down. Plutonium, mind you, Plutonium does not have any COD points in any of the games. It's World at War, Black Ops 2, and Modern Warfare 3. It's not like a flawless system, because they still have, obviously they have 1 map packs, and 2, Black Ops 2 has the camo packs you could buy. So those are a form of microtransactions, but they're not COD points. You just bought them with like real money. You think I could pack a punch mid-round? Is this risky? No, I'm fine. Ooh, that looks pretty. Wow. X-Labs was also one of the clients that was shut down last year, and X-Labs has been going for quite a while. It's been up for many years, so that was kind of a weird one, right? X-Labs was up for a long time, and they never did anything about it, so that's kind of interesting. I mean, again, if I had to take a guess, I would really just say these guys are flying too close to the sun. You know, remastering Modern Warfare 2, that is, you know, Activision's property. That is a whole video game. That's not just like a little mod. Obviously, I'm not saying I agree with Activision, but like I kind of understand where they're coming from. You know, that is like that is their video game. This looks beautiful. Wow, look at that. But I think since it seems Plutonium is safe, nothing has happened to Plutonium after all this time, maybe we should look into specifically what Plutonium is doing that keeps them safe. First, I mean, what Plutonium does is it offers you extra options, right? You get a server browser with anti-cheat, and that's pretty much about it. It does give you DLC, like I said, but I think that's kind of maybe a little more under the radar. Maybe people aren't really super aware about that one. The instructions on Plutonium on the website actually don't tell you to pirate the games. They do tell you to actually go and buy it. Some other sites would straight up just tell you to pirate it. I definitely think any site that was promoting a client and just telling you to pirate it would probably get taken down. That sounds about right. Where does this portal go? Is this end game? 50k, okay. 50k, got it. The only thing I can really find about Plutonium being potentially a little shady is that for MW3, they do tell you that you can technically install the dedicated server on Steam, and you can rip the assets that way to get to play the game for free. This is kind of like a gray area because you're allowed to download that for free, right? Activision said you can do that. It's the dedicated server, right? You can do that. That's totally fine. Whether you can use it to go and play the game is kind of questionable, but it's not quite straight out just like saying go pirated, right? But otherwise it kind of seems like Plutonium is like legally in the clear here. But I mean, what this means for zombies really is there will probably be no future clients for BO3 or BO4. It's pretty clear Activision will not accept them. I definitely don't think they would accept a BO4 client. BO4 is one of their modern CODs that's on Battle.net instead of Steam. It requires like an always online internet, and it's just, you know, I don't think that would ever happen. Unfortunately, I think BO4 actually really needs a client. There are some big problems with that game. But then the big question really is it possible that Activision will crack down on BO3 remasters? Because remember what I said, mod tools gave us the giant and nothing else, right? And really think about it, how is Call of the Dead on the Steam Workshop any different than Modern Warfare 2 Remastered? Call of the Dead is not something that we paid for, it is Activision's like intellectual property, right? So all I'm saying is like, it's something to maybe think about. That kind of stuff might not necessarily be totally legal, even if they've never looked into it before. They're clearly looking into everything now, so, you know, I don't know how that's gonna work. But if it's not copyright infringement, I have another question, which is, are BO3 mod tools the safest way to create this type of content, this like remaster content? You know, it doesn't have to be for zombies. You remember the Black Ops 3 Workshop works for multiplayer too. It's not just zombies. It works for campaign and multiplayer as well. Obviously, the one problem that jumps out right away is BO3 mod tools are kind of limited in terms of servers. You know, you can open up a mod on Black Ops 3 and play with your friends, but you can't necessarily just like find a server and hop on, right? But like I said, it seems to be working, and it's okay with Activision apparently. They don't mind Black Ops 3 mods within the Steam Workshop, the confines of what they gave us. So I have no idea how it would be feasible, but it's potentially possible that maybe modders could find some way to lift some of the restrictions that you have with BO3 mods, and maybe that's something that could happen. Obviously, we've seen insane projects come out of Black Ops 3 zombies with mod tools. They're usually for zombies just because the interest there is for zombies, but what if it wasn't for zombies, right? We've got like maps like, you know, like the Rust map that's super duper popular. Everybody loves that one. You can just make that a multiplayer map, right? So all I'm saying here is definitely, if we're not going to be seeing these clients anymore, which like I said, there is one client actually that just popped up. It's called like Alterware. I think it's for like MW2 Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, I think. But that's brand new. We don't necessarily, you know a lot about it yet. It's not really, you know, picking up like Plutonium has. What does this trap do? I have no idea what this trap does. I have no idea what this trap does. Oh, it's a flogger. Oh, okay. Hi there, flogger. You gonna kill me? Do you kill me? You do? You hurt me a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, man. Can you imagine if Black Ops 3 like became the home for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered? Wouldn't that be so weird? I don't know. It's just something to think about, man. That's all. So we don't seem to be immediately affected right now, but you know, I guess there is always a chance in the future. We need to keep watch a little bit, because there is definitely always a chance that Activision could come for the Steam Workshop. It's totally within their right to do that. So, you know, it's totally possible that it could happen. So I guess let's just pray it doesn't, because man, I love this Dark Ether MP40. This is beautiful. Please don't take it away from me, Activision. Please don't.